So that would be 314.
Okay. What's in dark, what's in bold is what is different from is new information for that project.
But you didn't do the italics versus,
No, I just did it in bold.
okay, but wait, are you saying that,
So the
you're
first,
saying that everything that's not bold is boilerplate?
yep.
Okay. So you did bold instead of italics?
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's mainly the plans and the minutes that are bold.
Thank you. It's not really true, though.
Wait a minute, what's the name of it? What's that name again?
Creamy. It's Sherwin Williams, Creamy, SW. 7012 dash. And we reviewed that at the meeting, it's on
So we're not gonna go through all the grammatical mistakes, right? We're just gonna gloss over those.
Well, someone has
Extra
to-
commas and that kind of thing.
Well, you could
I'll
mark
go
it
back
and
and check.
give it to her.
On page 3, it just sort of seems odd to describe this is in the entire first paragraph, in the middle of the paragraph. It was noted that a nice sugar maple was to be removed as it was located. It just seems sort of something trite.
I thought it was sort of charming.
Well, okay.
A well-mannered.
Yeah, a nice, a
surveil.
pleasant, yeah. Okay. But anyway, I mean, I understand sort of the,
Isn't the, we shouldn't be talking so that we can review this, but I have to ask, isn't the March 4th hearing the one for the original design, not the current design?
Mhm.
Why do we even need to talk about that?
This background, is that the
That's
reason?
the
we put it in there?
background, and that's the one that was noticed.
mhm.
That's the first one that
Oh.
was noticed.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I tried to provide a history of what happened.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I think it's good to do that, actually.
But there are a number of grammatical mistakes in this, Betsy, so I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not gonna go through every one of them, but. Like, for example, in this, that page 3, it's the first line of the second paragraph, where requested a stamped engineer, and then down on the next paragraph, it says, Campbell of 307 Glen Road stated he was concerned with the possibility of getting, I'm just skipping over all of
Okay,
those.
I'll go back and check. I mean, I did it very quickly. I didn't have minutes for that meeting,
Yeah.
so.
Did Fred Campbell actually live in this neighborhood for 91 years?
Yeah,
Yep,
That's cool.
he was born right down the
Yes,
street.
so.
he worked for the McNutts. I
Oh.
spent 2.5 hours with him.
Crazy corner.
It-
Yes, that's where he was
stories are-
born.
He's got Mr. McNutt's original Model T Ford in his backyard.
Really? Wow.
Didn't Mr. McNutt look to be like 101?
Yes.
He was pretty, yeah.
Yeah,
He was the chauffeur,
Moved to that neighborhood.
yeah. There's something in the water around there.
He's a fascinating guy, though,
You
really.
should, oral history time. huh?
And his entire family is documented in the book on Weston.
Dave, you done? Good night.
Right.
But by Pam's book?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible, I mean, like his great-grandfather, I mean, it's,
Yeah, wonderful. Hmm. It's kind of cute. Hmm. This is very much a narrative.
Yeah.
Christine Martin said that vernal pool is wet.
Yeah, with
Fred stated he
salamanders
never
and-
saw salamanders in recent years. I mean,
And
they're cute.
hobbits.
Yeah, but I'm just not
Um,
sure they're really necessary in there.
Page 4, this is just an insertion. Instead of starting the paragraph with Mendelssohn voted to continue, somewhere in here, it should say, you know, David Mendelssohn or member Mendelssohn or something like that.
Okay.
I think that goes for everybody.
Mhm.
I have on page 2, third paragraph, the board continued the hearing, blah, 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 the board continued their hearing, which time board members Alfred A. Lot, Roy Chattelbash, Susan Zachariah, Stephen Hire reviewed the decision.
Yeah,
So,
but Mendelssohn's not mentioned.
okay.
There's one sentence in here I don't understand. Bottom of page 4, it says, Avon questioned whether the stonework would be field stone as he did not want prefabricated materials except for the retaining wall.
Is that in the veneer?
Stonework could be natural field stone or.
But what does that mean, what does it mean exactly? The stonework in general, the stonework, the foundation stonework. I'm just not sure what that means, that sentence.
Well, there was some question on the foundation work because it's going to be some kind of mosaic. And you questioned what that would look like.
Yeah.
You also questioned it again on page 5 with Ada questioning the colors and materials of the stone retaining walls.
I seem to have gotten a fixation on the stone retaining
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
I think I just asked the question what the materials were.
Mhm.
Okay,
and And the only detail was the color that we came back with on the fabricated portion of the retaining wall.
Yeah, I mean, I just asked what the materials were, and
Okay.
you said, you know, prefabricated except for the retaining wall, which would be stone, and at the chimney, which is stone.
Correct.
But I think that's the way that went.
Wait, so what have we decided?
We said, Adelina asked
Mhm.
what the
Adelina-
stonework, what the.
What the materials.
Masonry materials would be, and the answer is, the retaining wall and chimney that will be field stone, and the other,
Well, one of the
Walls will be-
retaining walls is prefabricated, the one that you don't see that's down along the back.
visible retaining,
Yeah.
retaining walls are visible from the street and the chimney will be field stone. Other wall, foundation or retaining walls will be prefabricated material. I think that's the
Mhm.
answer.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
And in the middle, on the third paragraph, full paragraph down, which is actually the second full paragraph down on 5, there's this thing where David says, there was discussion on cleaning out of the ponds, however, Mendelson noted that it was nature and that the Conservation Commission would not allow clean out of the ponds to increase stormwater capacity. It's gotta be a more elegant way to say that.
Where are you, Sue? What page?
Page 5, the second full paragraph down in the middle of the paragraph.
It starts with, there was discussion on cleaning out.
Right, Conway, yeah, Mendelson
Right.
stated he had concerns for the wetland area, and
Oh.
he wondered what the groundwater level in the area was and how it would impact the basin. There was discussion of the vernal pools, Conway suggested a watershed study. Sort
Oh.
of train of thought here,
It's mushing together.
yeah,
a whole
the time
bunch of
doesn't help
stuff.
a lot, yeah. Well, it's just, they're random comments put one right after the other. Rather than just saying there was an extensive conversation.
Well, what
About
about just taking out the
stormwater.
words, that it was nature and, so Mendelson noted that the Conservation Commission would not allow clean out of the ponds to increase the stormwater capacity.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
Just get rid of that it was nature and. So you're gonna, page 9, you're gonna fill in the color
Color.
of the.
I just gave it to Betsy, so.
It's a Sherwin-Williams Creamy SW 7012-C.
Hmm.
Should we add a condition in here that that pile of debris has to be removed from the
We said we
property?
would, and it even says that in the
In the narrative.
In the narrative.
In the narrative.
My understanding is that the developer has spoken with John Field, and John Field has stated that they can sift it.
But then it needs to say that.
Well, it
That's what
says
the narrative
all
said.
fill used in connection will be clean fill as approved by the applicable town of Weston department or official with jurisdiction.
Okay,
So
But does that
any
mean-
fill shall,
nothing.
there's no trash or refuse or bit lumber or whatever.
Well, this is different, because, I mean, that's a big pile of junk out there.
Who's
So
the-
you're just gonna sift it through it and
Well-
save the good stuff and get rid of the bad stuff, but we don't say that.
Yes.
I mean, that's unusual.
Okay, do you wanna add
Yeah, we gotta add something,
add a
because,
sentence to that paragraph?
Yeah, I mean, it can be,
what paragraph is this?
this is
5
5
on
on
page
page 10.
10.
All
This is
fill used in
During
connection.
construction, we're not gonna get rid of the crap before construction starts? No?
As I understood it from John, he wants us to do it as we excavate. We're gonna have to excavate to put the leaching field in,
Mhm.
and that all of it's gonna have to be sifted and cleared, and he's gonna inspect it, and
What we're gonna ask him to do is, all right, these are his conditions. We're gonna ask for a written certification from whatever official is administering
Okay.
this review, that the material used in that all of the bad material's been removed from the site, and that what was used on site is acceptable to the official reviewing the process, something
Yeah,
along
and
those
shall be
lines.
considered like clean fill now, or whatever.
And that's a condition prior
Yeah.
to issuance of an occupancy permit. Because otherwise, who knows what happens to it?
Yeah, we don't want to get it buried. Yeah.
So that's
That's
not
under-
during construction,
That's before occupancy,
Section B.
section D. So Field or whoever is reviewing that has to certify that all the bad stuff's been removed.
and what, we should bring that to you as soon as it's completed, or?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Before you get your certificate of
C of O.
occupancy, yeah, so that would be important.
Okay.
I wanna make sure it happens before we put the foundation in.
Well,
true.
whenever you've gotten rid of all the bad stuff, we just want a certification that it's gone.
Understood.
So you want that in
D.
Section D.
D2 of all other conditions to be satisfied prior to occupancy?
Yeah,
Just add another paragraph in
Right.
there.
add a paragraph certifying that somebody has to, that the review authority has to certify that all of the
Noxious material currently
bad
on the
material's
site
been removed.
is
And-
removed. Mm.
Can I have a couple comments?
Okay.
Make them,
Yeah.
Final word.
make them find a way.
So on page 2, don't we have to say that it sounds like it just, I don't know, maybe I'm being too picky, but an increase in the size of the residence, a slight change in location, I mean, it's a totally different house. Don't we want to say that somehow,
I never did
somewhere that
understand
it's,
why it got melded together.
that it's
Because
not
it's
the
two
same
completely
house?
Different owners and everything.
The building for up to the, and, I mean, something about the redesign of the house or something, to to make it sound more significant than just the size changed and location changed.
Okay.
These are all. What, on page 4, second paragraph, you say a new CD, do you literally mean a CD, like a compact disc, or what are you talking about? The applicant was instructed to provide a new CD with revised data, is that what you mean?
Yep.
Okay,
So it should be compact disc, just so.
Okay.
And then you'll make changes that we discussed about the retaining walls visible from the street. Will be natural fieldstone versus those not visible from the street. So there's that comment that I made, I wanted to see a more natural landscape that looked less suburban. So was anything ever done to make the edge plantings of the trees more undulating and all that? And do the dates of the
Yeah,
plans
Kim was gonna-
indicate that they were
was going
revised?
to, that's right, I'd forgotten that. Kim was going to,
Make a
Make
few
some comments on
suggestions,
that.
yeah.
did that ever happen?
She did, yeah.
She did?
Yeah.
So you must have a revised plan that's not indicated in the list of plans. It must be a more recent revision date, I would think.
No, I think,
Landscape and
I think
lighting
the
plan
landscape
dated
and
May
lighting-
11th.
Oh, May 11th,
yeah,
okay.
that's the most recent, I'm pretty sure.
So maybe that's, maybe the 11th.
And we
Do you have it
increased,
before
I'm not
and after?
sure that this was a color rendering he did for me, but we increased the caliber of the large specimen tree in front that,
But is it on the record anywhere?
oh yeah, it's all in the records that we
Yeah.
Is it listed? Is
Yes, on the May, the updated schedule that Betsy received.
Do you have that plan, Betsy? The May
I
11th
probably
landscape
have it
plan?
electronically.
Electronically will work if you want to forward it.
I think this
You got one?
will give you, I mean, that was made bigger, these were made bigger, and then that tree was added there, and then.
Is this the before?
No, this is the same as that. It's multiple
It is?
copies, yeah.
So you don't have the prior one?
I might have it too.
I thought we were talking about maybe adding a second tree or something, no? So that you didn't get,
I think it was 2 trees or this got bigger.
or that got
Yeah.
bigger?
And a softening of the.
Yeah, we also
edge,
took
and they
this
softened
whole
the-
out,
yeah.
because you had said it was too linear. so
Right.
we moved it to flow it.
But you know, maybe I have the before. Did you send the before to us electronically, like the last version? I
Wait,
might
this
have
is
that.
the May 11th.
It's earlier than
By the way, guys,
Mhm.
come hell or high water, this meeting is ending at 11
Right,
o'clock.
so, Kim,
Um,
and, yes.
This?
That's your house plans, and
Okay.
that's
You
that.
can't see from the
Oh,
street.
huge difference. Just a minute, hold your horses.
No. They were finding.
Did Kim sign off on this? Betsy?
Yeah.
But the question is whether we have the proper drawing
And-
Actually-
Right, okay, yeah.
noted in the
Right.
decision.
Okay.
Your comment, in other words, was.
But you don't have the one from last time.
But see, we don't know if this is the one that, if this revision got put in.
So the, she signed
They
off
don't really-
on May 2nd
Oh, this one's
on,
5/6.
All right, Betsy's found it.
she signed off on, oh, wait a minute.
Not
She signed off on May 20th,
that. That would be today.
Today?
on a plan that was sent on May 12th.
What's the date of the plan?
The date I saw here was May 11th.
This, yeah, that one says May 11th, but this one's May 6th.
So I may have the wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the May 11th plan.
Yeah, you just.
Steve's coming down.
Let's look at it.
I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
You do it.
it's on you, Steve.
Done.
I don't know, that looks very much like the May, where's that May 6th one you just gave me?
I think,
That's right.
It's bigger tree.
Yeah, there's the tree,
And
and
there's this.
then this curve, and then there's the larger tree.
Do you remember how large we wanted it?
We said 3.5 to 4, I
Am I
think.
supposed to see this?
The original was 3.
AJ. Here it is. 12 to 14 feet high, Japanese maple. Does that sound right?
That sounds
For
right.
which one?
For this one?
That sounds right to me.
Okay.
That sounds right. I think. Kim signed off on it anyway?
Okay, that's yours. That's yours.
How many more comments?
No, I think that was it.
I'm cutting you off.
Boy, you are.
I'm sorry, you
You
know,
are on a
I'm
roll.
gonna be turning into a pumpkin.
Okay, I
Gotta get out of here.
I move
Yes?
that we approve the certificate of action for 314 Glen Road with the changes noted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we're moving on to Applecrest.
thank you very much.
Wait, who was the
Sorry.
second? Who was
No,
the
no.
second?
Terminal.
And I
Roy.
appreciate the work on the
Second.
guardrails. It is hideously ugly.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Yes.
evening, thank
Even
you.
I'll appreciate that.
Please be
one.
vocal about
Yeah, be
it.
vocal. Maybe calling you up, come and back us
What was
up.
he gonna talk about?
He
Guardrails.
said he appreciates all the work in the guardrails,
Oh.
didn't he?